You're listening to Hair of the Dogcast, a proud part of the Greenlit Podcast Network. Check out Hair of the Dogcast and all of Greenlit shows at greenlitpodcast.com.
Welcome back to Dogcast. That's right, episode 98, the season 6 premiere, baby. We are back from summer camp.
We gotta drop.
And we're back,
and we are in the Dogcast studios, and everyone is here.
It's like a Smash Brothers game.
It is. We even found Josh, who has been missing.
Hi, guys.
He went missing at summer
What
camp.
an accomplishment.
Where were you?
I went to Minneapolis.
Wow.
Oh, you didn't tell us.
I did go to Minneapolis for a random couple days.
For summer camp?
Well, you just left summer
no,
camp.
You didn't tell us.
You guys haven't
tell the
seen
camp
enough
counselors?
summer camp TV shows or movies. The cool kids always escape for like a little bit.
You left Ryan unattended in the pool. He almost drowned.
Yeah.
Some
I
say
did.
you're still there.
I'm the cool kid. I don't care.
Well, you know who else?
That is cool. Damn, that is really cool.
You know who else are cool kids? Everyone listening to this podcast right now. Thank you so much for listening.
Give yourselves a, one of those pats on the self back.
Yeah.
You know?
Speak for yourself. I'm on a case-by-case basis.
That's right.
You might be cool.
What's that?
You might be cool if you're listening to this show, but we'll wait.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the dawn of a brand new season. So welcome. We have a lot of cool stuff on the horizon. This episode is going to be just a kind of easing back into getting our podcast legs, back and kind of shaking off.
I don't know why we have to be walking while we record, Tom.
Guys, have you seen us? Yeah.
Oh, have you seen us?
What a
Well,
fool.
Brad
We got a squirter.
There we go. We got a squirter. Brad just opened a beer and it went all over the place. But that's okay because Hair of the Dogcast is a podcast about beer and video games and beer. And we do drink actual live beer on the cast.
BIER.
You make it sound like it's cool, but really we're just drunks, I think.
You think?
Brad, I'm very good at what I do.
To varying degrees. Josh, the troubadour, welcome back to the podcast, buddy. How are you feeling right now?
Full, as I just devoured some Wiener Schnitzel. And
Okay.
I just wanted to say that out loud because it's a fun wordage to say.
Yeah. I thought like emotionally full as well? Or
Yeah,
just
actually quite emotional. My dad used to take me to this place when I was a kid.
Maters.
And I haven't been there in like 20 years.
Yeah, that's a Milwaukee
So I
staple.
sat there by myself, all sad with the smiling Schnitzel.
Is the ghost of your father still there?
Maybe. Actually, that was the whole point.
Yeah. That's weird, man.
Yeah, and
You
now
are a
I came
Ghostbuster.
to
Did
now
you,
I
like,
came
put
to
him in a trap?
podcast.
Anyways,
I'm always tripping.
We drink actual beer on this podcast, and Josh is the beer master, and it looks like he brought...
Speaking of German stuff, it is about that season.
This
Oktoberfest
is my
are in
favorite
full
beer
effect,
season.
which
I
is
love
a malty lager.
Everything tastes better in the fall, especially beer.
Absolutely.
I find myself not being as hungry in the summer, but during the fall, I get so hungry.
I get so hungry.
I get so hungry.
It's time
So
for
this is
sweatshirts
the
to hide all
Oktoberfest from Moore Brewing out of Illinois.
fluffy.
Don't tell anybody, but they still make good beer.
Good. I love Oktoberfest, so like I said, this is my favorite time of the year because Oktoberfests are kind of
Pisses me off, dude. I hate fall.
This can has a bunch of fun German little people on there. They threw in just like a rich cowboy-looking guy in the back who does not belong.
That's the guy who made the pretzel.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's me.
What are some
Cowboy
other
Pit.
beers by Moore that we've had on the podcast?
Oh, shoot.
We've had a few.
We've had some, they make some good hazy IPAs, Marbles series milkshake IPAs. I've never brought any of their stouts, I don't think, but hey, if you want to try one, come to the Drafty Cellar. We will
Plug.
be getting
Watertown, Wisconsin.
we're getting a special keg of henna, the coconut double rainbow henna.
Sometimes I just think you're making up words.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember the name. No, but we're getting one of 3 kegs that are coming to the whole state.
You get a
so.
free henna tattoo.
You should
There
have
will
free
be-
henna tattoos.
There will be
there.
nothing but henna tattoos.
All right.
Hannah Montana ones.
Henna.
That too.
Hannah tattoos.
That was
This is
all-
a good Oktoberfest, okay?
It's very good October. Oh
Okay, Tom. Yeah.
Put the gun down.
Tom, it's good.
You're gonna like it. No, it is good. It's good. It's solid.
That's good.
I really like this, actually. Yeah.
Is it hard to fuck up an Oktoberfest?
Just add a little bit more
kinda
zazz to it.
A little zazz here.
A little
zazzy.
razzle
Pounds of
dazzle.
diacetyl.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, while you're enjoying
Call it a
this
butterscotch
wonderful
amber.
Oktoberfest, I want to let you know that this episode is brought to you by some beautiful, beautiful people, our executive producers. We have Tyler Keller, Ryan Crispinick, Brian Ward, Kate Conti, and Kip.
Kip.
That's it.
Kip the Killmonger.
Yep, we got the Kip the Killmonger.
Kip cheerio.
I promise you next time I will have
Kips ahoy.
I will have a clever new name for you, Kip. I'm sorry. Okay. And also, thank you for the support from all the listeners, such as yourself. If you'd like to continue to support or start supporting all we do here at the Dogcast, and also get some pretty neat perks, like early access to episodes, no ads, better audio quality on your own private podcast feed directly from us, and so much more, head on over to patreon.com/Hair of the Dogcast. And check out all the tiers that we have for you.
Yo, that top tier,
Check out all
Tom.
my tears, baby.
All the tiers. Tears from a Dylan.
Can you hear the tears drip?
Oh, yeah. So, guys, I thought since we're easing back into this,
I like it.
and this is our first real Dogcast back since June. May or June?
Since
E3 was the
forever.
last time we actually, I think, did anything of prescientness.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I just want to know, besides summer camp, what did you guys do this summer? Did you do anything fun, self-fulfilling? Did you waste your life away? Did you go to prison? Please.
I
You legally can't talk about the prison thing.
Yeah, what you can legally talk about. I guess.
Okay. Well, I'll use my other story then.
Okay. Hey.
It's been a lot of work this summer. A lot of what we have planned is coming up in like the next 3 or 4 weeks, like little events or things we're going to. But we did see Last Podcast on the Left. That was really cool.
Yeah, very cool.
I heard they're popular.
They're very popular.
They're
and
extremely popular.
They were a real riot, and that's great. Yeah, podcasting. Coming up. Gonna go see the Renaissance Fair. Seeing Dave Chappelle.
Yes.
Seeing DJ Shaq this Friday.
Whoa.
And then, yeah. So we've got a few things coming up.
Yeah, coming up. But what did you do this summer?
Man,
Jesus.
Carly took me to the beach as much as she could, and I was like, I'm just trying to play video games. And I got to the beach, I'm like, this is okay.
But
I love
really
the
wish I was
beach.
Well, I have to.
Did you drink beer at the beach?
Yes. I generally don't like doing a lot of day drinking, but something about the beach, you need
It opens that up.
It opens it up.
It does.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But
It's a
man,
necessity.
you'll be napping by 7 p.m.
Yeah, and we got a little inflatable paddleboard. I got Carly that for her birthday last year. And when you get someone an inflatable paddleboard in the middle of winter, it's kind of hard to use it. So
sled. I mean,
yeah, but so we're taking that out quite a bit, and that was a lot of fun.
cool.
Yeah.
We did run into Carly at the beach one night.
Okay.
What
Yep.
beach do you guys go to?
It's called Bayview Beach.
The Milwaukee Beach?
This is up at Bradford.
It's the one you can just fucking walk to.
Bradford is gross.
Bradford.
Because of the name?
Bradford's fine.
It's all right. They got a couple.
It's just too
tiki
many.
bars
It's just
there.
too many. The bar is
There's a lot
cool.
of people- Yeah. Lots of butts. This has been a year of thongs. I walk by that place very frequently.
I don't know what beach you
And-
go to, Tom, but yeah, this is Butt
You dirty
City.
dog.
Milwaukee is known as Butt City. So
But I mean, this even more so.
I prefer Fart Town.
Right.
I want to.
Farting on a string.
I want the license plate to say Milwaukee, the fart city,
Yeah.
or the butt city, the butt city.
Josh, what have you been up to since we saw you in January?
well, like I said, I went to Minneapolis, saw Between the Buried and Me, one of my favorite bands. And then
I've heard they're very good.
Oh, they're very
I
exquisite.
heard they may have a new record. out.
They might, probably not, but they do. So yeah, I went there, and I went to Modest Brewing. Barrel Theory was amazing. Dangerous Man was cool. You know, when they serve you those full pours when you ask for the taster glasses because I have to drive.
Oh.
And then Fair State and Black Stack, and there might have been another one in there, but you know, they just get
Yeah.
Fair State's cool.
yeah, it's all right.
Did you spend a weekend or did you go for a
It
few
was
days?
it was a Saturday, Sunday, come back early Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a couple days. It was actually a lot of work.
Was it?
Yeah.
I could imagine.
Yeah, you want to knock out all those things in no time, so.
Did you make some deals?
Wheels and deals. Not really. I mean, it's funny, like, I went to Black Stack, and I'm, like, all excited. Ooh, what are they going to have that I can't get by me? Wait a minute. Nothing. It's like, I can go to Drafty right now and get 5 of these 8 beers at my place.
Okay. They didn't have any, like,
nothing
secret beer in the back.
Nothing that obscure. I snagged a bottle of barrel-aged Black is Beautiful from Modest. I'm looking forward to busting that open.
I agree, by the way.
Yeah, Barrel Theory stuck out, though. That stuff is great. Everything they have was very, very good.
That's cool.
And they don't distribute, really, so you got to go to St. Paul, Minnesota, to do that.
All the way to St. Paul.
Yeah. I stayed
I'm actually going to be in that area this weekend.
Dude. Barrel Theory.
Wow, well,
Visiting a
maybe
friend.
Josh can write out a nice little brewery map plan for you.
Ooh, if you want the advice, I can
But
give.
it's got to be like full of riddles and mysteries and clues, and it's got to be hand drawn.
Now hold on, lifelong friends. My friend gave me a riddle.
Hear ye this. Outside of Minneapolis.
No, continue.
I was at IPA Fest last weekend.
Oh, yeah.
How was that?
It was all right. It was fun.
It was an IPA.
It was fun.
As I
Space.
drink one.
It was
Actually, this
crazy.
one's
There was a
great.
couple sours there, which was
Sour IPAs?
Yeah.
no, just straight up sours, which were great because like it really fixed the palate.
Yeah.
By the end of it, my palate was shot, but like it really wasn't that bad. The whole thing. It was fun drinking. Nothing was like stuck out to me that much. Like
Was that Saturday or Sunday?
it
was
was
Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah.
Show.
Yeah, then we went to Solly's for the original Butterburger, and man, I ate half of one of those Butterburgers and went home and felt like $100.
Nice.
One other thing that happened to all of us this summer,
Yeah.
the
I was
Bucks.
going to ask.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Holy
Especially,
schnitzel!
Josh, your experience, I mean, it was a citywide experience.
Yeah.
But you were actually at, like, all the home games.
I was at all 3 Milwaukee games.
You were at the finals.
Yeah, I was at all of the finals in Milwaukee. I almost went to Phoenix for a game.
How was that final game? I haven't really had a chance to talk to you since then.
I was like, it was one of those things where you hit 5 minutes left and they got back in that game and they took control, and they weren't up by a lot at the time, but like you're just realizing like a game's never over till it is, but you could just see it like they're gonna win. Like holy shit, the Bucks are gonna fucking
It's
win
happening!
it. And I'm watching like Giannis. I said Giannis is gonna have 90 points. He had 50.
Wow.
Which is
So
close.
Yeah, close.
Absolutely.
I was obviously,
Past
overdoing that a bit, but I'm like, nothing is going to stop Giannis from winning this next game. Nothing. And he hit all his free throws. It was ridiculous. And then the other fact is that it's against the Suns, which is like my other favorite team since Charles Barkley, since I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I've been like pretty diehard watching the Suns too. But I mean,
This is where all the stars aligned for you.
And Josh is inside of this beautiful, beautiful new place to watch basketball. I'm out there in an hour-long porta potty line. Spent 5 hours trying to hang out outside the Fiserv Forum, and we left because it was impossible to get back to our friends. And then we found Dylan.
you don't need
And
friends.
we went to
Giannis is our friend.
we went to our favorite local bar.
He is.
Because people were just like peeing their pants and like they were rioting. Shit got crazy in there.
I wasn't quite rioting.
I saw Good City's tent got thrown up in the air.
Well, we told them to do that.
Yeah. Maybe if they had better beer.
I actually bet it was Good
they
City.
had a keg, an empty keg they were throwing around too.
I think they responded on social media. It had the Good City thing, and they're like, "That's not bad
Promotion?
Yeah, at all."
Yeah. Until it knocks somebody out. Yeah.
It was empty because
Yeah.
But yeah, the city
Drinking it.
city was has been electric. It was like all that month around that day was just crazy here.
Yeah, I was watching it.
It was so cool.
I was watching the last game from my house, which is about a mile and change from the Pfizer Forum where that was
The
all
giant
going down.
burrito.
1.38.
1.38. There you go. See, a real man who walked it, walked the talk. And I just remember I muted my TV. I had the windows open, and you could hear just downtown, just
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
plain as day. And everyone had I didn't realize how many people had homemade fireworks around the
Homemade? No, they just had them.
Firearms.
Yeah, there's probably gunshots. But
There were gunshots near my house.
People were just sitting on top of their cars, standing on top of their cars, waiting to move a little bit in traffic, and everybody's screaming "Bucks and six."
Sure.
666.
About 3 days later, people stopped yelling it.
Not
The
by
parade
me.
at the parade. It happened, but,
Yeah.
That's true.
But
Yeah, it was
I was very
cool
happy
experience.
for you.
I went to the parade. Didn't get to see Giannis. I saw David Gruber, so that's good.
He's always at those, though.
Yeah.
When I worked at
There's 5 David Grubers.
when I worked at the Bradley Center, one time I got him a beer because he was tired of waiting in line, and he said thank you, and then he handed me a 20.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
thank you.
Yeah, I wonder how many.
And you
Yes,
said,
sir. I said yes, sir, Mr. Gruber.
no, you said that's it.
That's all.
I said nah. I can afford a new pair of shoes.
So people don't know who this Gruber guy is. He's the face of in Wisconsin.
He's like Better Call Saul, but not
Yep,
cool.
I was just gonna say
I think
he's
cool. Have you
had
seen
a
his dumb sweater in the
recent-
Christmas
was it a
one?
recent-
He's got the Coke jaw. I know
Recent
that
Raw
much.
Dog or recent Doggies After Dark, we had a whole Doug Gruber section. No, it was our last summer camp episode. We talked about
How many people do you think he's killed?
David
all of them.
Gruber.
David Gruber.
Thank you.
Whatever.
Ooh, carbon.
I give me
He's Doug to me.
$20. He's Doug to me.
All right. Dylan.
I went through several major life changes.
Yeah.
The end.
Nice rack.
Thank you. I like to shake them.
Just kidding. No, I mean, okay, maybe you did. But you can talk about what you want to and what you don't want to.
Living alone. I got the whole house to myself. I can fart wherever I want.
That is a very liberating
I
experience.
did play a lot of video games. I worked, and then I started painting again because my PC is bye-bye.
Yeah. I helped have a hand in that, and I'm sorry.
It was going to happen no matter what, I feel. That's the long and short of it. It was going to happen no matter what.
I reinstalled everything, and Dylan lent me his PC, and I had it working and fixed. I was playing Sekiro. I'm like, okay, this isn't playing bad.
No.
Okay. And then
Sekiro from soft games always run well.
and then I had it ready to get back to you, and I couldn't deliver it today. So I'm like, oh, plug it back in and try to tweak No Man's Sky. And I tried turning it on, and that was the point where I'm like,
Yep.
It's not turning on.
No.
What the fuck happened?
Well, that's what it was doing to me too. So that's not even on you. That's literally just, I think, that
things just
failure
got
was
weird
imminent.
here.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. This is not about the PC. Okay. Continue. My friend.
How did your
no,
summer
that's it.
league go?
My what?
Summer league for that one sport you do.
Oh yeah. You know what? Us paragliding the paragliding. Fuck! I can't do improv. You guys know this.
We're gonna keep trying.
Just yes and.
Dynamite D.
Come on.
The paragliding with weights attached to your feet league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Weight gliding.
Weight gliding.
I couldn't believe that you went 100 miles of straight weight gliding.
You want to know how I did it? And it's so dumb that we could have achieved flight so much earlier in our human history. All you have to do is blow up with because that's how I did it.
Well, your Arthur from the Tick costume really helped.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I was dressed like a character I barely know. It's perfect.
That was a TV show.
Yes, it was.
I know that.
Did you drink any beer this summer?
I drank lots of beer, and then I decided to cut back for my mental health.
We're happy to have you back on the wagon with us here.
Oh, well, you know. I mean, I've still been doing it, just much, much less.
Mm-hmm.
And
good for
Tom,
you.
I saw you put on your tiny little pair of shorts a few times and get on stage.
Did, yeah. This for me, this summer has been a lot of fun. Playing a lot of shows this last month, especially.
Best show I've seen this year was one of yours.
Really?
The State Fair. I've only seen one show
I was gonna say.
so far, but
We'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Anybody can get it. But yeah, a lot of
the wettest show.
that was probably the wettest show that ever played and probably ever will play.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was a night that just rained, and it was fun as fuck.
Not to mention the ladies in the audience.
Yeah.
You did.
My mom was there.
Were you doing System of a Down? You were doing a cover of like some hardcore music.
Yeah.
And all of my friends that like hadn't seen you play before, they all look over like, what?
This sucks.
No, they were blown away because
Let's go see the cows.
you guys do such zigzags with your like your song choices. It's really
Salt
great.
and Pepper to Bobby Brown to
Journey to
Tool.
Marilyn Manson
Tool, yeah.
to Kiss.
But I got
to
a great
Cannibal
video.
Corpse.
A great video of three like.
Can you do that? The beautiful people. The beautiful people.
I mean, we don't do that. Something.
Remember Marilyn Manson?
Kanye does.
Is he canceled now?
Yeah.
He is, but Kanye brought him on stage for his wedding at one of his concerts. We listened to Donda the other day, and I didn't have an emotional experience, so I'm a little upset.
I'm sorry.
But I had an emotional experience watching you.
Well, I'm glad you came out.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. I think that's pretty much it. I actually had a bit of a foot injury from summer camp, late June, early July.
Too much sucking on your own toes.
Well, we were looking for Josh in the woods, and you sprained your ankle because it was dark.
Well, I was in Minneapolis, you know?
Absolutely, yes.
Stupid Tom.
It's a long way to walk. But no, that's been pretty much it. I haven't been playing. I mean, I've been playing some games, but nothing that was sticking. I was just kind of
They didn't let you bring...
going in and out of just shit, and that wasn't really.
Well, they aren't going to
Watched
let
a
you
lot of
bring your
TV.
Sega CD into camp.
They won't. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not since the last time. But yeah, that's a little bit of what we did this summer.
Oh, I played many video games. I really did. I think I probably played the most out of anyone here.
I think you did.
Fucking, yeah.
You played a lot.
Oh,
I did.
The big summer hit, Space Jam.
It was nice. To just kind of lay back a little bit.
Oh, I needed the escapism, baby. I was in. I was like, I got nothing to do. Fuck. Mm-hmm. And that's what I did.
Fuck.
I went, fuck. I went, oh, fuck.
Wild Woody's always there for you, you know?
Who?
Wild Woody.
Yeah, Wild Woody.
Oh, I almost forgot about Wild Woody.
Welcome back to the Dogcast.
All right.
boys.
Wild Woody's like my Harvey.
Speaking of the welcome back to the Dogcast, I remember there was possibly a news segment in these episodes.
Yes, this is true,
did we
Tom.
do that?
Your memory's really starting to slip.
I'm old, man. I'm old, and I'm sorry. And a lot of beer this summer as well. So, but let's do a little bit of news. There's not a lot. I mean, there was no news that happened during the summer that we have to recap. Nothing happened at all. That's a lie. But we're not going to worry about that too much. I'm sure all our discerning listeners have got their news other places, and I'm sure we'll revisit some of these stories as the need allows. But
Blizzard had a Bill Cosby party, and it sucked. There we go.
yes.
Oh, I forgot about
And
that.
they've been making bad games for the past 5 years.
Also, yeah, well, I would say maybe 20, 25
What other,
years.
was there any big video game news? We don't want to talk about it, though, you said.
No, they're
No,
all,
I mean, if you guys
they're all
remember
dead.
anything
They're all
wanted to bring
dead.
up anything that happened this summer, go ahead. But
No, I think we could.
How about that? No new video games have been released, really.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I looked over to Dylan. I'm like, is
Shit.
this true?
I mean, it might
Think
as well
about
be.
it. Think about it. Ain't nothing's came out.
last couple weeks.
Ratchet and Clank.
Okay, so I didn't even know.
That's an actual PS5 game.
you're only
Final
on a
Fantasy VII Remake DLC.
That's not.
That happened
does
like
not
a
count.
year ago.
Yeah,
That's not even a new
we,
game.
We don't
It's
talk
not
about
a
Final
new
Fantasy anymore.
I know we don't.
I have to. I'm going to. If I have to talk about Yuffie, I'm going to just gonna.
You know, the more you don't want to, the more I want to make you.
Okay, so let's go to some of the more recent happenings, which aren't a lot, but we have some things here, especially starting with Gamescom, which was this last week.
I used to have one of those. The Gamecom?
The Gamescom.
Yeah,
They have a new
great.
one?
The Tiger thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had Jurassic Park. I think they had a Resident Evil.
Yeah, but they did. That's not what you're talking about, though, is it?
No, this is Gamescom. This is kind of like the final summer video game event. I would say the big one. Well, Tokyo Game Show, maybe. I don't know when that is. See, I've been out of the loop. I don't know. But I just wanted to run down some of the announcements or some of the bigger announcements that our boy Jeff Keighley.
Kazuma Kiryu and Monkey Ball.
I didn't have that listed, but sure.
Okay.
I will. Or was that a sneeze? I don't even know what you just said.
Morgana
Morgana's in Monkey Ball, guys.
and Monkey Ball.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's kind of,
Okay. All right, let's start with the first one here, and these are kind of curated from IGN, Kotaku, and some other places. I have
Shills.
the official release date for Halo Infinite has been announced, guys.
It has.
Didn't that
It has.
already come out or something?
No.
Not yet. It was supposed to come out like 3 years ago, but don't worry about that. We don't talk about that. But the campaign and multiplayer modes will now be coming out on December 8th. So a little bit on the late side, but hey, still before Jesus' birthday.
Better late than never.
That's actually a prime release area window these days.
We'll see what happens. Yeah,
We'll see what
Game Pass
happens.
and shit. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Sure,
Brad's
release
not
it
gonna-
after Black Friday.
It's after Call of Duty. I think that's what they were just waiting for.
I appreciate that all the multiplayer is on Game Pass, but I don't think the single player story is. And are you expecting people to spend $60 to play the campaign? I don't know.
No,
Halo dweebs
No,
will.
I bet
They'll probably give you like 10 armor packs or something.
the multiplayer is free
Yes.
to anybody, even if you don't have Game Pass. Is how I'm getting.
Yeah.
The campaign's got to be free on Game Pass.
It is free on Game
Is it?
Pass.
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole
it's a
game is
first-party
free.
game,
It's
so.
first party. And this is them being like Microsoft Studios. They literally got to put all their eggs in that Game Pass basket or else they're
Yeah.
fucked.
The co-op campaign mode that was promised is coming out at a later time.
Darn it.
You know, so
Darn it.
you're
I
gonna have
was
to
so
play that
looking
campaign by
forward to
yourself. And there will, of
patient.
course, be Halo versions of the Xbox Series X and Halo version of the wireless Elite 2 controller that I hear Brad almost bought today.
That one actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, I thought about getting one because my friend's been trying to get an Xbox for a while, but
Yeah, yes.
didn't happen.
Yep.
Sorry, Mr. Bone.
God damn it. Bone got boned.
Yep.
All right.
Dylan, did you get a PS5 Xbox
No.
yet?
Why would I?
the PS5 branded Xbox.
Why the fuck would I?
That'd be a really funny mod to like put one console inside of another.
That would be crazy.
It'd be a funny mod.
There has literally been.
mean-
Listen, I can catch up with Returnal. I'm gonna love Returnal. I can play Ratchet and Clank another time.
It'll be
have a
there.
community copy.
Maybe it might get taken off shelves.
Why?
Rated R.
What for Ratchet?
Sexual things, you know.
Returnal is?
Just everything these
You,
days.
you do know what the ESRB actually rates things, right?
Ratchet get
Because
canceled?
R is not one of them.
Yeah.
Did Ratchet get canceled?
Okay, next we
Damn,
have...
that's
Ratchet.
Ratchet.
Do you read Ratchet's tweets from the last 10
What are you
years?
guys talking about?
Yeah.
So this next one seems kind of interesting. I don't know if it's necessarily up my alley too much, but I'd give it a demo, a little tinkering. Marvel's. There's a Marvel game called Midnight Suns that was announced, and it's from Firaxis Games. So seems like it might be like the studio's XCOM strategy games, although with Marvel characters instead within the Marvel universe. I saw that the creative director is Jake Solomon, who also directed the XCOM games. He's like one of the big creative guys at Firaxis. So that gives me good feelings. That guy's a great designer. And I don't know. I just put down here. I'm like, I know like the newer XCOM games. I gave them a shot.
They're wonderful.
They really appeal to the turn-based strategy folks, and for some reason I don't know, they just didn't land for me.
They can be a little wonky. Is it just that because you're used to CRPGs, right? Like,
yeah, but I can go turn-based, like Fallout, like the old Fallouts and stuff, but not. Those weren't necessarily like strategy based, and I didn't really care for the first XCOMs that much either. So
I haven't seen the trailer for this game. Does it look cool?
looks fine.
I didn't see any. I think the gameplay trailer is coming out tomorrow, September 1st. We're recording this on the last.
I don't like the aesthetic.
Dylan.
They just have like a CG trailer.
Dylan, anytime something happens with a Marvel property, you get this look on your face like, I fucking can't.
I'm so fucking tired of Marvel half the time. Like, I'm just like, do something interesting.
Is there any new things you are excited about? Is there like new Marvel comics that you're like, this is cool? Or
This seems kind of interesting. I don't know if you played like Freedom Force back in the day. Like
I
one of
wanted
Irrational's
to.
first games, you know.
I wanted to. Is that the one on the 3DS?
I don't.
The one where you're like steampunk and
Oh no, the Abraham Lincoln one, or no?
maybe?
No, this
don't
is
know.
like an old PC game.
No, I've
from
never
Ken
played
Levine.
it.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
I don't know. I
It looked
love.
better than a fucking Crystal Dynamics one.
Oh yeah, well,
that the Crystal
Guardians.
Dynamics?
Yeah, it's Guardians
The
of the
one we
Galaxy.
spent like
yeah.
20 minutes bashing on their E3 episode.
Oh, yeah.
Horrible.
Because how dumb and awful it looks, too.
Yeah.
Star-Lord's hair? Fuck.
The trailer for this game, The Midnight Suns, also featured an Evanescence?
Oh my god, my sister would love that.
Metallica's Enter Sandman.
You were trying to say Evanescence.
Yes. And I don't know.
So this is it's essentially encompassing the supernatural-ish characters of Marvel comic books,
So Doctor
plus
Strange.
Wolverine.
Plus Wolverine.
And there's a superhero creator, apparently, where you can create your own.
Yeah, there is an original character you have to make, I believe,
Okay.
for this.
Gotcha.
And it's an OG character, and people were so confused as to what it was. I actually got several friends who were like, who the fuck is this character? And I'm just like, it doesn't exist. Now it technically does. I'm a little worried about how edgy this is. There was a Marvel fighting game in the early 2000s, and I don't remember what it was called. I need someone to look this up.
Okay.
Brad, you're the king of that. It was called...
Producer Brad.
It was called it wasn't called Inhumans because the Inhumans are an actual
what system
thing.
was it on?
It was on everything.
Name what system it was on.
PS2, GameCube, Xbox.
Was it on Dreamcast? No.
Marvel Nemesis, Rise of the Imperfects.
Yes. Marvel
There you go.
Nemesis, Rise of the Imperfects.
Rolls off the tongue.
Usually when you like start making your own characters and stuff, it rarely ever does work, especially in the context of video games, like bringing them from video games to a comic book.
Right.
I don't recognize a lot of the heroes on here.
There are some of them that were completely made up. I did play this game because I was
Garbage can boy.
essentially.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it looks like he's got
Captain America, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm sure Josh will play this game, but I have no desire to do.
What?
If it's good, I'll play it. That's always been my thing, though. It's like
But
if it's good, just
It does seem different, and
yeah.
good for them for doing that, I guess. There was a 15-minute preview of Elden Ring that I didn't really get to watch much of, but what I did see sure looks like Dark Souls with a jump button. Looked really good, though. I don't know if you saw any of that footage, guys.
Publications were like, "Is this FromSoft's Breath of the Wild?" It's like we've come full circle. Where we don't say Dark Souls clones anymore, or Souls-like. We're just like, is this their version of this other
the
game?
Wild and Dark,
I just think it's
It's
ludicrous.
the two biggest compared games in one game.
Oh, the two most popular games of the past 10 years.
Right.
I wonder if they would ape things from that. God damn it.
Who knows? They revealed that the in-game text is being written by Miyazaki himself and not George Ramrod Martin, and it is coming January 21st.
George Romero R. Martin.
Yes. The game's coming out soon. I mean, relatively. January 21st, 2022.
I'll be fucking ready.
So
I'm gonna take some paid time off to fucking play this game.
well, you better start accruing that shit, man.
I already have.
Oh, man. You were only in the job for a day. Damn, I want that. I get 8 hours for every 8 hours worked. All right, that's pretty good.
God, that would rule.
Josh, what's this new beer that you poured?
Oh my gosh, Tom, it's new and it's true and it's phase 3's DDH. That stands for something I can't say on the air. Double pixel density. It's a double dry hop, double IPA with citra hops being the focal
Those letters
point.
don't match up.
This is twice double as good as the movie Pixels, which
Makes it
not that
not
good.
even still good.
No, it should be
Okay.
great. We had
Double
the
movie pixels.
Yeah.
Wow,
Or
that's
Josh Gad.
That's a scathing review.
Which also starred Peter Dinklage
As
who was
Billy Mitchell.
also in Game of Thrones, which was written by George Romero
Dink?
Rodriguez Martin. Yes. Let's try this out. DDH, double pixel density.
This is good.
It's nice.
That's a very nice flavor.
I like it a lot. A little sweet,
Daddy, I like this
Like-
beer, Daddy.
like hop liquid layers.
Hot liquid
Nice
layers.
body.
Ooh la la, look at the shape of that can.
You know what has a nice body, Josh? Some of the characters I've made in Saints Row games back in the past. And did you know that a new Saints Row game is coming out?
You are so on point.
Is it
fairly
Saints
soon.
Row 3?
February 2022. The game is supposedly a reboot that takes place in a city called Santa Melisso. I'm not pronouncing that right. Which looks like a cross between LA and Albuquerque. A lot of desert, Las Vegas-y kind of.
Albuquerque.
vibes.
I hear they ditched the humor.
It looks like they scaled back for sure. Yeah, developers, Volition is developing this again. They're the original developer of the other games, and they said the game is a little more grounded, at least for Saints Row, taking most of its inspiration from Saints Row 3, which, in my opinion, is the best Saints Row game.
What happens in Saints Row stays in Saints Row.
It's a classic saying from the game.
Nope.
I love it.
Do you guys dabble in the Saints Row at all?
No.
I went to Catholic
Never?
school.
I picked
None of
up
the
the
games?
Get Out of Hell, and I never played it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No,
3's really good.
I've never played a Saints Row game once.
I would.
Okay.
I like games that are fun.
Yeah.
It looks fun. It
ever.
looks ridiculous.
The first one came out in like 2006, so it was before GTA 4. So it was like the first GTA that came out for like the new systems, the 360 and the PS3 at the time. And that one was like more serious. That had Keith David.
I like that. I don't know. What I remember
good.
is a cover with a guy in like a flashy purple suit. And for some reason, I want to imagine there's like he's wearing a crown and there's like a lady in a bikini or something stupid. Like it seemed like kind of aiming for that crowd, and it just didn't. That game has scared me away.
So 2 started getting wild, you know.
Wasn't 2 like the one that focused on like more gangsters, shoot 'em up,
I think so.
lowrider?
I didn't play 2, but that's when it started kind of getting to the more tongue in cheek. 3 is actually really good if you are looking for this one's coming out, so you might want to just wait for this one. But if you're looking for something to fill the time, 3 is worth playing because, in my opinion, it gave GTA 4 like a run for its money, and it bridges the line of like batshit crazy and kind of serious, but also real good game mechanics. That seems to be like the kind of the consensus. And Saints Row 4 was a lot of fun, but that was like a crackdown game. That one's worth playing too, but it's not like a GTA clone, in my opinion. But anyways, the motto of this new reboot is apparently keep it strange. So I think it'll have some of the over-the-top flavor. But
So-
I'm excited, man. We won't get GTA 6 for like probably another 5 years.
So it'll be banal and not edgy.
I don't know. I think
This is what I'm guessing.
They
Call
should-
me a cynic.
Call
you
me
know?
insane.
Call me a sinner, baby.
Yeah, I will go to bat for Saints Row 3. If this is like that, it'll be worth playing. So
Okay.
don't sleep on it. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking to you guys.
Yeah,
Everyone
that might be
listening.
uncomfortable. Get yourself a pillow.
Yeah,
That's really funny.
get yourself
Thank
a my
you, Brad.
pillow.
It was one of your jokes.
Don't do that at all. Okay, that's and since we last dogcasted, this year's Call of Duty was revealed,
Duty.
and
Was it?
it was.
What's it called?
It is called Call of Duty: Vanguard. Brad.
This isn't the one with the tornado. That was Battlefield, right?
Battlefield 2042 is
Okay.
the one with the tornadoes.
That looked cool.
That one looks fun.
No, this one is another.
Tornado.
This one's a World War II set game, and it's Sledgehammer's
Ooh,
turn.
mixing it up.
Yeah, it's their turn.
World War II sold a bunch for them.
If they did Call of Duty like in the times of Alexander, or like they went way back and just did something crazy, that'd be awesome.
Ready your muskets, gentlemen.
That would be nice.
Civil War Call of Duty, that'd be weird.
Honestly, it'd be kind of sick. I'd love it.
It'd take a while
It'd
to
have be
reload.
like-
You'd have to be like more strategic. But
Yeah, I'm an old school Call of Duty guy, so I like the World War II shit. I have Call of Duty World War II, but never played it. I think it was free on PS Plus.
Yeah.
it's very
Why
safe.
don't
It's
you
very
kiss it?
It's very safe to hate Nazis.
It is.
It's a war game that
Not
won't
so much
ruffle a
these
lot of
days.
feathers.
I don't know.
What if they made the Nazis good for
I could be wrong, but I always,
changed? Like, hey, we're a new Nazi.
You talking about America?
I'm saying like in a video game.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
could
you
be
thought we were
wrong.
Nazis, but
But
the regular people are the bad guys.
yeah, and to that point, I'm not sure, but I think this might have some like alternate history vibe to it.
Okay.
For some reason,
They're gonna like ape
I heard that
Wolfenstein.
maybe on a podcast. I don't know.
If you thought it would, like, if they were just doing, like, you land on the beaches of Normandy and it seems like, oh, they're just doing it again, but then all of a sudden aliens land and, like, there's some crazy, like, the Nazis are working with aliens.
Right.
Like, that'd be cool. Like, go real alternate timeline where then, like, oh, no, they have super soldiers.
Yeah, I mean, if they are doing that, you can't really go. You know, Wolfenstein's doing that so well. You know,
Yeah.
alternate history.
I hear the third one is actually supposed to take a huge time jump. The one after the new Colossus.
Oh, is it okay?
Apparently, it's supposed to be like
Because
we're talking like 60-year-old BJ Blazkowicz.
that New Blood actually, that one that
Youngblood?
came out. Youngblood? Is it Youngblood? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good beer.
That takes place after 3.
Now, I don't know if that's canonical.
Okay.
That might not actually be a true sequel. I heard the developers talking about it.
Oh.
People can correct me on this, but I heard them saying like
feel like
that's its
correcting you.
that's its separate alternate timeline. That's
Okay. Maybe they're going to play with multiple
they might.
timelines. Who knows?
Spider-Man.
Yes.
Dude,
It's a really good game.
Relevant.
Totally relevant. Good
BJ's
job,
like,
Brad.
"What's up,
Bring that
webhead?" And Spider-Man's like, "Looking pretty cool, killing those Nazis, BJ." And then they high five.
And then Daredevil's there.
And
So, yeah,
Hitler's
and-
I can't
so
see.
mad.
And as we know, this new Call of Duty is published by serially disgusting publisher Activision. I don't know.
Fuck them.
I know we're not. You guys aren't
As
Call of
they
Duty
say.
people. Josh, you dabble.
I
in
know. I like Call of Duty. I haven't played I've only played probably 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
I like the campaigns a lot. I'm not a multiplayer Call
me
of Duty
neither.
person, but their campaigns are usually like they've taken it's pretty linear. Like Call of Duty's, you are kind of running down hallways and they're
Yeah.
funneling you
And
through.
they're usually short experience. You know.
They make them quite cinematic and quite beautiful. I don't know. They're good games. That online Call of Duty multiplayer scene makes me not want to say I'm a big Call of Duty
It
guy.
is a bit crazy.
Battlefield is the best multiplayer.
For yeah, absolutely.
Because it's all about capturing zones and holding those zones, and there's something like more cooperative about it. I don't need to blow everyone's heads off.
Right.
Like, I'd rather
No, don't do that.
And I know we've talked about
I
this.
do. I need to.
And we've talked about this before, but yeah, when it comes to Call of Duty, for me, I'm usually I like to play through the campaigns. I usually skip 1 or 2 here and there, and then go back to it and see like how do the graphics look. I'll play through a campaign, whatever. I'll get the Jones for it, but I never pay full price for these games because I don't like the multiplayer either. So there.
Well, god damn it.
Or Josh will get. The
I haven't
physical
for a
copy,
while.
And
It's not.
We'll borrow it.
I don't know. It's the multiplayer's just not for me.
I love
Loot
Modern Warfare 2 and
boxes
3.
and I don't know.
So before loot boxes, Modern Warfare 2 and 3
Yeah.
were so fucking good.
That first Modern Warfare.
I can only get owned by 10-year-olds so much that have played. They're like level 90. I'm like, this is not fun. They have different weapons. They have different loadouts.
But by
whatever.
all accounts, the people that do play multiplayer, and I'm sure we're talking to a bunch of them right now.
Oh,
So
no,
you
you
can just write in
didn't.
and let us know here at the Dogcast@gmail.com. How
When is your bedtime?
when is it?
If you play Call of Duty multiplayer, you probably don't have a bedtime.
Well, speaking of
Or
bedtimes,
sleep.
China recently banned anyone under the age of 18 from playing video games.
That's news story number 3.
More than 3 hours a
What?
day.
More than 3 hours
a week.
3 hours a week, and like not during weekdays or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom, you probably have that there. If you wanted to do a segue,
Yeah, no, we can just thanks for bringing that up, Brad. Yeah, China this last week. China banned minors from playing online games during the week. So,
Online.
that's not good for China.
China's national
Can
press
they play
and public.
campaign?
They want to be more productive.
It just said online. So,
Still, that's what most kids play.
China's National Press and Publication Administration is looking at continuing to seek a way to limit what the government feels is growing, quote, gaming addiction among young people.
It's their Ministry of Propaganda, if you want a hint scenario.
Kind of, yeah.
We have a new Nazi Germany.
So, the policy allows children to play 1 hour of games per day on the weekends from Friday through Sunday. I read one, I don't know if that's any time during the day. I read one story where it's everyone can only play between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. I guess maybe it would make sense that everybody's out in line at the same time.
How are you gonna? How are you gonna control this?
How do you
though?
police that?
If a dad has an online account, how do you know the kid doesn't jump on the dad's account and just?
Well,
surprisingly, a lot of people who live in China really like China.
it's
And
actually, well, to answer that question, how are they preventing? China is relying on companies such as Tencent and a couple others to police the measures, having already introduced facial recognition into the games.
Oh
to keep
no!
kids from playing.
Get your cameras
but it's only
off.
online games,
Yeah.
so they can just play a single player game.
Maybe, yeah.
What? But yeah, that's still gonna cut into
LAN
what a lot of
party.
people we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to have old school Halo dorm parties.
I just want to party.
If they could really crack down on this, and there'd also be like no illegal money farming and like level grinders or whatever they call them, like those people that just works 80 hours a week just like grinding stuff. If they could really stop people from gaming, that would probably be outlawed too. Unless the government gets a cut of that. I don't know. Never been to China. We'd have to ask Dom that one.
I mean, I'm sure the government has a stake in Tencent.
They do.
It's huge.
Yes. Yeah. They very do much so. It's communism.
Yeah. So
the bad communism.
Yeah. So this isn't, China's first foray in trying to
God, am I going to get killed? I'm talking a lot of shit about China.
Probably.
Is someone going to murder me?
Yeah.
Dylan, with everything you've said in the past 3 years, if no one's got you yet, I think you're fine.
He's never talked shit about China.
Dude, I've seen you at the bars loudly saying certain people should have certain things to them. And I'm like, dude, you can't say these things.
Oh my gosh.
You can't say this.
You got a point.
But
all
then
the
I
stuff,
did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Someone should do this. And I was like, Dylan, stop. We're in public.
We're in public, and it's turning me on.
So China had previously, before they adopted this 1 hour per day on the weekends, they had previously curtailed playing to 3 hours per day.
Let him play the games,
Yeah.
China. Let him play.
Yeah, it was like 3 hours
Watch it,
per
Dylan.
day prior. So
Play.
yeah, I don't know. Come on.
This is only going to cause more retaliation. Video games are the most important things probably to these kids. It's probably the only entertaining thing they get because
They don't have brothers and sisters.
yeah.
Jeez.
Well, less sisters.
That's just true.
It's just less sisters mostly.
Yes,
they maybe have a brother.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Daughter simulator.
Our hearts go out to you, children. We're sorry if your gaming is getting affected.
They are not allowed to listen to this podcast literally through
If
their
you're dialing through a VPN right now in China,
If you are in China and listening to this, definitely contact us. We want to hear from you.
we will
Are
send
they
you a
going to
t-shirt.
end up watching Twitch streams instead of playing them?
Maybe, I don't know.
Just holding controllers and just pretending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So losing their shit.
So I think
some
that's
of
a
us
little
are
over the top.
addicted.
But
Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. I think they're in the right. I think they did the right thing.
repeat it one more time.
These kids, they're really
These damn kids.
they're really getting too into these video games. I think they should make games for me.
All right.
Long
heard it here.
live Winnie the Pooh.
He's not winking at all when he's saying this. This is actual, genuine Dylan coming out.
Dylan loves governments.
There's just a red dot on my forehead.
It just disappeared.
I love it.
Now you just triggered India too.
And
Jesus, Brad.
just to circle back to the last bit of Gamescom news that I had here, or announcements. This is for all the listeners who lack absolutely any taste, who actually are remotely interested in the Death Stranding universe.
Shut.
Death Stranding director's cut.
You haven't played it.
Shut up, Brad.
You haven't. You love the game.
You would actually.
Damn it, Tom.
Sorry. Go
Talk now?
Go ahead.
Jesus
I
Christ.
just when you shit on a good
Take
game.
off 3 months. Just kidding.
When you shit on a good game that you haven't played, I have an issue.
I like
Go
where
ahead.
this is going.
All right. Like I said, Death Stranding.
Dead.
Like I did.
You're dead.
Death
Standing.
Stranding director's cut.
How can I trust your opinion if you can't talk?
It's true. It's going to be released on September 24th. That's in like a few weeks, guys. And it looks like the game features upgraded graphics for current-gen consoles, quality of life gameplay improvements, and new content, including a look-to-be Metal Gear Solid-style missions and kart racing.
And Darth Stranding.
You know what was?
And you know what? I might actually play it. That was my last one.
It looks cool. I watched the trailer showing off the new features, and it's awesome that this world has so many different little gameplay mechanics and quirks that you wind up not having to use because you get in your own rhythm, and this is how I play.
Yeah.
And the fact that there is with just subtle tweaks,
Buddy bots?
there is. Well, I mean, there's a good stealth game or sneaking game hidden in there.
Yeah.
Because you have all those mechanics with the ropes and the strands, and you can actually sneak around, but you never really have to. But I think it's cool that
I
they
don't want
can
to play the game anymore.
It's cool that they can open up the gameplay in such a way. And then there's things like the jetpack, or there's stupid fun things that is very Kojima, that you can go off a jump as Norman Reedus and do a trick and smile at the camera. That's stupid and funny.
I've not seen the trailer for this. I don't intend to. I'm going to play this again the moment I get it.
I think I'm going to play it too.
You should.
Yep. But they did take out all the references to Monster Energy from the trailer, so I don't know if that's going to be this case for the actual game.
I think they have another sponsor. Another sponsor might be in there.
I almost got a monster. I almost got a monster today at the little cafeteria in my new job. And then I was like, that is not going to do what it does in the game.
Just fill up that canteen in the river and drink Monster Energy.
And as a side note,
Lap it up like a kitty.
Norman Reedus has recently admitted to a Brazilian website that he is currently in negotiations for a second Death Stranding game.
I hope they go to Canada.
And he said,
I hope they go to
"Yay."
Canada.
Do you think he's gonna? If you'd have a partner, who would it be?
It would be
What actor?
Lou.
Celine Dion.
It would be Lou.
No, another actor had
Rick
to be
Moranis.
a partner. Rick Moranis. Bring Rick
Fuck
Moranis
yeah.
in there.
Dude.
The real delivery boy.
Yeah, get all the Canadian people.
Carl
Gordon
Malone.
Lightfoot.
No,
Mailman.
they'll have to bring in Nolan North because they already had Troy Baker. So
Jimmy
true.
Stewart.
Dana
Jimmy
Carvey.
Stewart. He's little Jimmy Stewart as the baby.
Fuck, how'd I end up in here?
That's such crazy. I'm great. Jimmy Stewart was great in Weird Window. Absolutely.
I am excited.
Mr. Smith
I'm
goes to
more excited
Washington.
for Death Stranding 2 that it might be getting made. Because we called it on our episode of Raw Dogs. Like, if they do a sequel, they'll be going to other parts of the world to link it together because we brought America together. So hopefully they would go somewhere else.
Spoilers.
But we'll see.
Oh, God.
Well, trust me, there's a lot more to it than you
They
think.
put Trump in the game. Just, no.
This is great. Everything's
So stranded.
We have the
everything's
biggest
getting
strands, the longest strands.
everything's getting off from the rain. I like to look at it from my nice, expensive
All right,
car.
that has been my Gamescom rundown. There were lots of other announcements, so go check those out, but these are the big ones. And before we get to the last news story that I have, Josh,
Yeah.
what are we drinking? This
Another beer?
this required a rinse.
Is this from Ghostbusters?
Yes, straight out of 608 Brewing Company in La Crosse, Wisconsin.
608, that's the area code. What?
It's silly, you know, right?
Whoa.
This one's called Permapuff Fluffernutter.
Is it It's Fluffernutter?
Fluffernutter.
Because we have Fluffernutter at Eagle Park right now. I don't know what a Fluffer... It's like a PB&J snack?
Well, it's a peanut butter marshmallow sandwich.
Okay.
It's already a
that the
thing.
colloquial
A lot of
term?
breweries had the
Yeah.
same term. Like,
Yep.
I don't know if that's a term you cannot copyright.
I actually
Because a
believe
lot of breweries have Fluffernutter.
Yeah, wasn't it like a candy bar or something?
I thought it was a Native American
It's a
thing.
peanut butter
It's like-
so you use the marshmallow fluff.
Everything to everybody.
Motherfucker.
We gave
It
them...
was all parts of the
I hate
fluffer.
We gave
all
them...
you guys.
Yeah. All parts of the Fluffernutter.
This beer is a milk stout with marshmallow and peanut butter cups. Permapuffs.
What's up with the accent?
That's his new character, Tough Jimmy.
Hey,
It's me, Tough Jimmy.
See, you're going to like this.
tough Jimmy. It's got a picture of a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man
smells
covered
great.
in peanut butter. Maybe he'll make a cameo in the next
It's like Ghostbusters.
thing.
Wow, this is really fucking good. Maybe this is
Like,
just what I
I'm a
needed
big fan
today.
of
This is
Sando.
This is one of the best dark beers I've had in a while.
This is really good.
I think too many dark beers are like syrupy and heavy.
Yeah.
This one is pleasing.
It's a lower
milkier.
ABV. It's
Yeah.
7%, I think, wherever it says.
I just hate like heavy syrupy stouts lately. I don't
You know,
want any of those.
that's just you, bro.
You don't want to taste all. You don't want to taste everything.
stout
Not good
lovers
for
like
summer
that.
For me. Like, you get to the winter maybe, then they warm you up a little bit.
I like a thickie.
Buy a
All
five.
about that body.
this
This is
bridges
nice,
that.
though.
Yeah.
There's a place for a lighter body or the thick boys, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do appreciate that a lot. All right. Thank you, Josh. That
Thank
was,
you, Tom.
I forgot what the name of it is, but Permapuffed.
Permapuff.
608 Brewing Company. Check that
Ooh,
out.
the second taste was even tastier.
Good for you. And finally, the last thing I want to bring up here and get your thoughts. I want to get your thoughts. guys, on this one.
I want you to know my thoughts.
So apparently, now you can floss while learning about the legacy of Martin Luther King and the American Civil Rights Movement. Time Studios, as in like the Time magazine, not the Morris Day kind, created an educational experience within Fortnite called, quote, March Through Time. This content...
They should name it Floss Through Time.
They should. We'll workshop that one. The content comes as part of the 58th anniversary of the March on Washington in 1963, from which Martin Luther King gave the famous "I Have a Dream" speech.
Shit, I thought I did that. You know,
You did.
I have a
false memories.
nightmare.
You did
It's
a
called
version.
America.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, your therapist recorded it. It's great. The experience includes the speech itself, which can be viewed by players who can also visit in-game versions of the National Mall and the Lincoln Memorial.
Oh my god.
That's kind of cool.
The National Mall's fine.
Dr.
I really like his monument in the National Mall. Have you guys seen it? It's like he's carved out of a mountain. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
There's a
It's
National
really good.
Mall.
Not that kind of mall.
Oh,
It's the National Mall is where they have like
I mean, there probably should
the
be.
Washington.
It's got the
Monument.
Auntie Anne's pretzel.
Actually,
Yeah.
that's Mall of America.
Yeah.
It's the actual National Mall.
I see. I didn't go. I was just in Minneapolis.
I think this is cool, though. If you want to teach history and reach out to the youth
and the adults that are playing it.
and the adults, but like, you got to get creative. And this is a way that,
Yeah.
I don't know, if it's part of Fortnite, people that play Fortnite that normally wouldn't be aware of Martin Luther King stuff, they will go and check it out. And that is cool because otherwise they might not have. So
This is me.
Hey kids, do you like learning?
Oh my God.
This is kind of me having to
that
check
was your
my
Martin
old
Luther
man,
King voice.
get off my lawn personality at the door and realize, hey, the world is changing. Kids are engaged in this stuff. This is how we kind of got to.
Assassin's Creed can do a whole, like, we're teaching you about stuff. and-
Absolutely, that's one of the.
Yeah, but
reasons
that's
I
a
love
little
that
more.
series.
That's a little more in theme to what they're dealing with.
I think it's good that it's out of the theme, though, because it's getting people that normally wouldn't want to explore history.
I just want to be clear: Dr. King is not a playable character,
Thank God.
but
But John Wilkes Booth is.
but players who complete various.
Six Semper Tyrannis. His most famous line.
It is.
I'm an actor. No, I'm getting Lincoln.
He was an actor.
Oh, okay. Everyone's an actor.
But besides that, how was the play, Mrs. Lincoln? But players who complete various related challenges in the game will receive a quote a DC 63 wall spray that can be used in the game. So like you can
bonus.
vandalize stuff in the name of.
Yeah, you can leave like tags.
Okay.
Tom, I think your old man is showing. I think this is fine. I think it's okay.
I don't know.
Put it away.
No. Okay. So I did see a video of a guy who was capturing this real time the experience.
Was he Rick from Rick and Morty?
Well.
That'll get the kids.
Oh yeah, no, that was another like clip where it was Rick and the alien, the xenomorph.
I know.
Watching the speech.
and then Rick and Morty go right into Space Jam 2 from there.
So this particular video, he completed the challenge or the experience, and then went to a loading screen.
At the very end, it's like, is racism bad? And that's completing the challenge.
Now shoot your gun at the right answer.
Yeah, no, it went from the speech to a loading screen that said, it had tooltips on it, and it said aim for the head. Was the tooltip.
Oh my
that
God.
I'm like, whoa, okay. So I do think this is
A man
cool,
who was famously
but there
killed
are
with a
some
gun.
things that need to be massaged.
Yeah.
No, this is maybe
The teachable moment.
No, this is maybe where I step off the young person train and go, man, this train fucking sucks. Because it's like this is fundamentally a game about murdering people while making it to the center of a stage. Like I get what they're trying to do.
Yeah, it might
but
not
for
fit.
fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
Can you not make an interactive video game? Like I know they
I
take
think it's
much more
because they
time.
have so many people, so many kids playing it. They're like, well, this is a chance to obtain this many kids, but maybe that's the wrong topic to use.
No. You got their attention. Make them listen to a Martin Luther King speech. However you can. If they're going to do it wrong, they might do a little shitty. There's some unfortunate things, but I don't know. If you're getting kids in any way to pay attention to important aspects of history, they're trying.
Yeah.
Do better. Do better with it next time if it's bad. But I don't know. I think that's kind of cool.
So do I. I really do, despite my old manning.
Is there going to be any DLC? Is there going to be
Fortnite DLC?
Never.
It's called a
kids
battle
are playing
pass, bro.
Fortnite in school anyways. You might as well
So if
fucking
this,
sneak in some education in there.
think about how many kids this game is their favorite game that they've ever played.
Yeah.
Because it's like
Think
the
about
only
your
one they
favorite
played, they
games
were
from that
born.
childhood. You don't forget those little. You remember almost everything from those games. A lot of people do. So these kids are going to remember this.
When I was obsessed with Halo back in the day, if there was a special, we're showcasing a special thing about the Vietnam War, and it's just a walkthrough thing. It's like an hour long. We'll give you a free helmet if you do it. I'm like, I'll do that. of course, I'm still get to walk around in the universe and be the character that I'm familiar with. I don't know. I think it's exciting. The potential for something better is there.
Yes. I would rather stuff like this verge in more of like. Have any of you guys played like Valiant Hearts, The Great War?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, the Ubisoft.
Yeah,
I finished that. Yeah, that was a great game.
That's
UB game.
I mean, that's just me maybe wanting some like artistic integrity to all this. Maybe
that was a sad game.
It was a very good game, though.
But very good.
I hope that they turn off the floss while you're walking through these monuments. If it's just like 20 people flossing in front of a monument.
They turned off.
For you, MLK?
I was kidding about the floss. They turned off emotes, apparently.
Okay, good.
That is the...
I always thought the floss was where you take a towel and you put it between your legs and you go back and forth. See, that still is the floss in my brain.
That's the fanny.
Welcome to 2017.
Just to make sure you wiped your ass well enough in the shower.
You're at like a baseball game, like everybody floss, and Josh is
like
just
an old Mickey Mouse character.
That's the fucking floss, bro. When did it become a stupid arm wiggle?
Well, because
that should be called the arm wiggle.
Since a Katy Perry video, dude.
Like you're like a tooth. Get it?
It doesn't look like... Anytime I watch somebody do that, it doesn't look like they're flossing.
I can only floss 3 times and then I fuck it up.
Dentists everywhere right now are like, oh no.
Only 3 times? You've only flossed 3 times in your life?
When I grew up, it was about your teeth.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Cool. What are you fucking showing us?
Josh saw there was a brewery and he was excited about it.
Seems about right.
Lion's Tail's moving to Wauwatosa. Well, moving to a new spot. It's Wauwatosa.
Why?
I'm moving.
Because they're in Neenah, Wisconsin.
More like Wauwatosa, am I right?
Wauwatosa's all right. Or as we call it,
Lion
Tosa.
still makes good beer, and I would like to get my hands on it more. So
Lionhead?
Lion's Tail.
Wow. Lionhead made good games.
Said the lion.
Made a good game.
Here's some other shows from the Greenlit Podcast
Network.
Check them out.
Today.
We'll be right back.
Fuckers.
Fuckers.
On the Hardcore Gaming 101 podcast, we ask the tough questions. Killing a Rayman, whatever that may be, is that really so bad? Like,
No,
is he even alive? Like, do we...
He
Does he
might
have
be
any
like
desires, Cal? Does he have any dreams? We're ranking the top games of all time, and it's not a task we take lightly.
There are 3 Battletoads, Drash, Zitz, and Pimple. They're all skin problems, get it?
2 of them are the same skin problem. This has always bothered me. Zits, rash, and eczema. You know what I mean? It's like, even that makes more sense. Hardcore Gaming 101. Twice a week, every week. Subscribe at greenlitpodcast.com.
We're the Spirit Hunters, and we're a show that treats Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho's author as the center of the universe. Some weeks we do linguistic analysis.
So the Chinese meaning of this character is to smelt or refine, but so the changed meaning in Japanese it means to temper.
Other times we get absolutely smashed.
So we take 1 shot every time. Yusuke uses the ray gun.
1 hour later.
This is the least coherent episode.
Sarah,
I think your apartment is haunted.
You can find out more about the Spirit Hunters right here on the Greenlit Podcast Network.
All right, we're back, everybody. Yes.
Clink.
We're back to podcasting. Season 6 premiere of the Dogcast. You're still listening. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed all those wonderful Greenlit Podcast Network shows.
Hey,
Love them so much. Unless you're a Patreon subscriber and at the $3 tier or more, you didn't hear any of that stuff because you don't need that. You don't need that in your life. But we are here, and we're going to talk about what we're currently playing or what we may have played shortly before.
Well, I'm out of here.
Which leads me to ask you, Josh, do you plan on playing any games ever?
Let me talk to my lawyer, please.
That's kind of funny.
I think about it every day, though.
Okay.
What do you dream of?
What is preventing you?
I can't say on the air, dude.
Wonderful.
What's preventing me? Exhaustion.
Are you over video games?
No, I've been actually thinking about. I just got a handful of those HDMI adapters for a lot of the old consoles. Yeah. So I've actually been craving throwing my PS2 on, like all sorts of those consoles.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to go back.
So the desire is there. It's just the time. Time is still
The thing is, like, exhaustion. Like, cleaning beer lines the other night, and by the time you get home, it's
10 p.m. We get it.
1 a.m.
We get it.
Yeah. And you're just tired. When I'm tired, dude, my brain can't function.
Most of my gaming happens in the morning. I get like a good 2 or 3 hours in before Carly wakes up.
Yeah.
And I'm just drinking coffee. That's like my game time.
That's a good time to play Souls games.
I would have to sacrifice working out.
Which is like a game in and of itself.
It's a physical
but
challenge.
Anyways, so you're not playing anything. Dylan, what are you playing?
Where do I start?
With my heart.
Whatever. What have you been doing?
Fuck. I'm almost done with Skyward Sword.
Jesus Christ. Really?
You love it, don't you?
You did it.
You actually do love it. You thought you were going to hate it, but you actually kind of like it.
I actually kind of like it.
It's okay to admit it.
No, I actually kind of like it.
So did everybody when it came out?
Please play the game, please.
Look, you take away the motion controls, and it's a fine video game. In fact, aside from the camera control problems that happen because of it taking away motion controls, I would argue that it's, in fact, quite wonderful. It kind of just runs like Ocarina of Time, but you control sword swings. Some of those dungeons are fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. The lava one where you're on the fucking ball and you're running around, fucking rules.
The lava hand comes out.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. There's so much stuff that I kind of discounted. The character designs, like the Kikwis, like even Farron, like the giant dragon of the forest, like he rules.
Oh, the
water dragon.
Oh, the water dragon. Okay.
It's named Farron.
Who's that big fucking bipedal?
That's Darren. Darren.
The monster.
Daryl.
Hairy monster.
Daryl's his name.
Yeah. You have to counter a few times in that game.
That is the imprisoned.
Okay.
And you have to face him 3 times, and that is a really bad part of the game.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
That's been burned in my head.
It is not okay that they made you fight this thing 3 times. It happens after every light you get for your sword. Mm-hmm. Fire.
My girlfriend was venting about that.
Listen, I mean, I'll go in depth on this another time, but I haven't really come to terms. Well, no, I haven't really come to terms with my feelings for this game. In all honesty, well, I don't. There's so much I'm like, yeah, and then there's so much shit I'm just like, oh my fucking God, you're gonna make me start over here? What the fuck is wrong with you, you stupid fucking video game? With the release of Skyrim again, I have a very vivid memory of 2011, late 2011, and I'm just like, which game is better? I got to be honest with you, Skyrim does not impress me anymore, and it doesn't even feel that fun to play. Now I'm looking at Skyward Sword, and I'm like, God, it could be so simple.
Oh my God,
it could be so simple. I could just
Jesus,
just take a few pills, drift away.
Well, you're done. All right. All right.
He's not going to make it.
The man. We have a guy who likes Skyward Sword. Congratulations. Maybe the new quality of life improvements would make me turn my opinion on that game.
I have it physical. You guys are allowed to borrow it, of course. I've also been playing Psychonauts 2.
Me too.
God damn it! Tell me your opinions about it.
I booted it up and I was expecting something, okay. I like Double Fine a lot, actually. This game has really impressed me. It controls great from the jump. The writing and performances it feels good to be back in that world. And I forgot just how clever that they incorporate actual facets of psychology and brain anatomy and whatnot into the game as kind of quote unquote fun gameplay elements. But I'm not too far into the game. I'm at the casino.
That is actually one of my least favorite parts.
Okay, so that's as far as I'm at. But so far, it's great. I did have to watch the a YouTube recap, which if no one's played Psychonauts 1, just there's like a 30-minute YouTube recap that goes through the first game and then the Rhombus of Ruin, and then brings you up to speed.
Because what if you've only played Rhombus of Ruin?
That's very strange because that is an interquel.
It's not that good.
One of your favorite.
Back to your point.
One of your favorite. No, interquels are your favorite thing.
I don't mind DLCs for new video games.
You love Yuffie.
It's not an interquel at all.
Listeners, what are they talking about?
It's a
DLC. Sorry.
Right.
It's
so anyway.
We brought him back for another season.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
I have a very stern lawyer.
He's got a very good agent and a good lawyer. So like somebody like Brad, Josh, when you play this game eventually, watch the YouTube recap. Even if you played Rhombus of Ruin, it helped me a lot. You know, put things into context.
I didn't realize
I'm excited to
Rhombus
try
of
this
Ruin was
game.
canonical.
Yeah.
Because
did you not play it? Because the story is very good.
I couldn't. I don't have a PlayStation VR.
You borrowed it.
So because this game takes place directly after that. You know, so. Not that you really need to know what's going on.
Don't play Rhombus of Ruin. If you have a VR headset and you have anything else to do, just go play Star Wars or Moss or something.
Yeah,
Rhombus of Ruin isn't that good.
Because the villain of Rhombus of Ruin is the kind of like the first area.
No,
that's cool that they're. I like that they're going to.
That's not true. The villain of the first Psychonauts is the villain of that.
Also, the villain of Rhombus of Ruin.
It's a continuation.
I mean, truly, it is. Yeah. I guess you really caught me in a fucking trap there.
Man, I tell you, dude, you got to get more sleep.
Yeah, I do.
I'm just kidding. Okay, Psychonauts 2. What are your thoughts?
I really enjoy it. There's a polish on this I didn't expect.
Yes. That I've never seen on a Double Fine game
honestly,
so far.
To the attention to like character animation and detail, it's wonderful. Like even the writing is better for the most part.
They had more, like once they were acquired by Microsoft, they gave them a little bit more time to add to do the polish, and it shows.
The world structure is a lot better than that campground. I'm going to say that. Everyone talks about, what was it, the Milkman conspiracy?
Yeah, that's one of the areas that I remember the most.
Okay. And I liked that enough, but I never quite got the hype around it. I understand why it's important. I understand why it's cool. I thought there were much bigger things going on in Psychonauts 1. I just it kind of makes me wish that Tim Burton still made good movies. Because this is what it could be.
Yes, it has like a James and the Giant Peach kind of art style vibe. Great art style.
The combat's a little weird still. I don't think it's aged particularly well, and it feels very similar to the first one. But
I don't know. Like I remember the first game. I played it on PC with like one of those Microsoft Sidewinder like controllers. This is before you could hook up normal controllers to a PC. And even at the time, I'm like, this is a bit janky. Some levels were very difficult to navigate, especially like the meat circus at the end. And
the meat circus is, oh my god!
I mean, it was very frustrating. And this feels like that should have, good controls. So far at least, like I said, I'm not that far in the game, but it does feel polished, and the controls feel responsive to me, anyways. So
I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to continue, if only because I'm somehow invested in Raz and his new friends. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a lot of new characters, and all of them are designed, and they still look like straight out of Psychonauts 1. Like they look like they fit within this universe. They clearly spent a lot of time figuring that out, because it's been 16 years since the first Psychonauts.
It's crazy.
Raz was age 10 in the first Psychonauts.
Yeah.
He would be 26 right now.
Right. Yeah.
It's like
he's
still
But he's 13.
It's like
but it's funny, they make metatextual jokes because the first one takes place a couple days before the second one. And so there's really not a time skip. So he's like, man, I remember this from a couple days ago. I love especially once you get the area opened up after the mission you're in. Essentially, you are kind of given free reign.
Oh, cool.
And to do you're given free reign to almost choose the progression at which you enter certain characters' minds.
Okay, yeah.
And it's wonderful because it kind of happens on this half open world map. You meet Raz's family for the first time.
Okay. Don't tell me anymore. God.
They put that in the trailer, so I'm not gonna even. But I'm enjoying the hell out of it.
Cool. Yeah, me too. Also on Game Pass, so
it's
you have no
fucking free.
Reason to not play this game.
Yes, sir.
Brad. Between Raw Dog games, have you played anything that's not for an episode?
Well, I was going to say, this past summer, I played...
He's writing a list.
Some really good video games, such as Final Fantasy VIII and Resident Evil Village, but I don't want to talk about those. Go listen to the Raw Dogs. There are some real crappers though that I've played to completion.
You have so many fucking games on your
And
PlayStation.
I want to talk about Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory and Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, because I beat both of these games.
Okay.
Yes. Kakarot I put about 35 hours probably into.
I know nothing about these games.
That is not okay, Brad. Can I take you to a facility?
Kakarot is it's a retelling of all of the Dragon Ball Z story in an action RPG-ish setup. Essentially it just falls into like most Dragon Ball Z fighting, like Xenoverse. It reminded me very much of that. It was cool to see the story told again, and the open world aspect was fun. It wasn't great though, and by the end I wanted to quit, but I was like, I'm almost there, so I'm going to finish. Right. And Dylan's very tired of me talking about it.
33 hours in, you're like, maybe I'm
I mean, I played Resident Evil Village and FF8. I played some good games.
Yes.
And so I wanted to play some dinkers, you know?
Yeah.
Josh, you wanted to play some dinkers.
No, and then,
you haven't played it, but do you have any desire to play Resident Evil Village?
You should, man.
You definitely should. That game's
aware.
amazing.
You'd fucking love it, dude.
I'd love it.
You would.
I was trying to tell Dylan, like, I like playing games that aren't, the best sometimes. I knew Dragon Ball Z Kakarot had mixed reviews, but I'm like, $20, whatever. I want to see Goku. They have the voice actors from the show. Like, it's cool. I'll check it out. And some of it was cool. I enjoyed some of it. There were moments where the combat was fun. And then Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory was a game I played. We'll talk about that on Raw Dogs.
So is that like curtain
more.
call for Kingdom Hearts?
Imagine if, like, okay, so what's great about the Final Fantasy games in a curtain call or theater rhythm, there's great music in them. The Kingdom Hearts franchise does not have great music. It's got some bangers with those Utada Hikaru songs.
Yeah.
No Frozen, Let It Go?
No. You're getting like the boom, 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 like the little background stuff that you don't think you don't pay attention to. And it's not like theater rhythm is a straightforward way to read it. And this is just like enemies are coming for you at different speeds.
Oh.
It's
very weird. It looks like Amplitude.
Yeah.
No, it's not as good as Amplitude. I love Amplitude.
I like Amplitude as well.
Just the aesthetic.
Kind of the aesthetic, but I was reading about it today, getting ready for a Raw Dogs episode, and apparently it's very canonical, and there's a lot of story that I missed. Very dumb.
Oh, they made it canonical?
Well, it takes place after Kingdom Hearts 3.
Kairi has to remember things.
Kairi has to try and figure out what happened to Sora. It turns out Yozora...
Yeah, say this for Raw Dogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, Who might be the original Noctis.
Oh my God. That's what I've been playing.
Which I think... was that last year's New Year's resolution, or was it this year's resolution where Josh has to sum up the...
I've given up on the hope that Josh will do any of the resolutions. We don't anticipate that.
Make a pizza?
Yeah, one of them was make a pizza. Josh hasn't done that, so.
You could. I mean, I usually don't finish mine either. The punishment is that I drink, like, Bud Lights.
I think mine are all done.
It's pretty horrible. Yeah. Brad's on track to be the front runner.
And I had to get a tattoo, goddammit.
I think I did one yet, right?
You wanted it.
I didn't want it, but I was
yeah, you did.
I didn't know. I wasn't looking to get more tattoos, but an excuse to get a tattoo. I'm like,
Right.
that does sound cool. Okay.
Right.
It's better than wearing a goddamn wig for like 3 months, Josh.
Why did you just say fuck you, Josh?
Because I take it seriously.
Yeah, well, I am doing the puppet show. I don't give no fucks.
You are doing the puppet show.
I am doing the puppet show.
Yes.
I'm calling it now. He doesn't.
It's okay. I don't care either way. I like that he wants to.
I'm doing.
I like if he did.
See, I am not.
We'll bring the
I
shit
don't.
to
I don't know
Drafty
the
Cellar,
story.
And
So
we'll do it in front of a crowd.
Speaking of things Josh does, what beer is this?
I don't know if I can tell you, Brad.
Tom, did you already drink it?
No.
This
Is
is
there
a,
some left in there?
This is a yes.
If not,
This is a milk stout from Treehouse out of Massachusetts. Whoa.
How they say
Massachusetts.
That's how they say it every
this
time.
stuff's made in New York City.
New York City. Milk stout with maple syrup, cinnamon, and
Cinnamon in it.
Vietnamese cinnamon.
Vietnamese?
Okay.
This is the smallest print I've ever read on a beer. And Madagascar bourbon vanilla
Smells
beans.
high alcohol content.
It's only 8.
Only
Ooh,
And
I like how
it's
that makes me feel in my
sweet.
nose.
It's desserty. It's sweet. Yes.
I drank it with my nose.
Okay, that's not bad.
I preferred the one before.
The one before, definitely, yeah.
I like this one a lot.
I agree, but this is still good.
Yeah.
Still very good.
Definitely dessert.
So far, some pretty solid beers.
It'd go
Josh.
great after some Wiener Schnitzel.
Good job, man.
Wiener Schnitzel.
Wiener Schnitzel.
Besides Psychonauts 2,
Vegan.
I'll just add that I was looking forward to playing a game called 12 Minutes. It also came out on Game Pass.
Apparently it's trash.
and
I've been hearing a lot about it.
This is a game where the concept of the game supersedes the actual execution of the game.
Did you play it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I have not finished it, but it's a game where you're stuck in a time loop of 12 minutes. Hence, the title, right? And you got to kind of, I think, survive because at the end of every 12-minute loop, you get killed by a cop. It's almost like
Damn, sounds like
It's an America simulator.
America.
yeah. So every 12 minutes it resets, but it has some cool aspects where you learn different things depending on what you do. You can try to convince your wife that the day is restarting, and then if you do enough loops, you can actually do that so she believes you and she won't answer the door to let the cop in that kills you. You can do things to knock out the cop and find out things about him that you can use in further loops. So in that respect, it's kind of cool. It's just
stressful.
No, it's just the tedium of. I didn't think that the time loop was going to be as tedious as it is because
if you exit the front door, you can reset the loop.
You can, yes, but at the beginning of every loop, it's always the same. You have to wait for your wife to come out of the bathroom, and she will find you and hug you and say the same thing over and over, which is part of a time loop. But I didn't realize how monotonous that would be.
Yeah,
and the gameplay is. It doesn't give you a lot to. It's an adventure game, so it's point and click. But
there's no fireballs.
No fireball. Well, out of a light switch maybe, but there's no clear. I just wish it gave you a little more nudging to what needs to be done to get the,
it's not like
more
Groundhog
fireballs.
Day, because in Groundhog Day eventually he breaks and he just starts doing whatever the fuck he wants.
Right.
And which you would just start doing anyway in these games. You would not be calculating like, oh, now I need to make this happen to make this happen to do this. It reminds me of an anime called The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. And there's
Did you just sneeze?
I think that was a stroke.
And there's this arc called The Endless Eight. And it takes place over the summer.
The Hateful Eight.
And it's this guy realizing that he's caught in a time loop, but he always realizes it too late. But half the episode is the exact same episode as what came before it.
Okay.
But from like different angles. So the animators are just fucking like drawing the same thing over and over
just
again.
From different
and
angles.
That's kind of fun.
And I remember
for 2 episodes.
Well, I remember the outrage at the time, and the outrage was justified because you can tell a story and you can do something with like this without actually having to do it the entire way.
Well, yeah,
right.
There should be like a checkpoint.
When you come back and play, you're getting the hug from the girlfriend, or like, and then that's it. Everything else already happened. We don't need to see it every time.
Or the guy can just be like, yeah, I know you're going to give me a fucking hug, and this is what you're going to say.
Or like hold X to skip, and then get to the game.
Yeah, and also the control, like, point and click on a controller.
Not good.
Not the best.
It's not okay.
And you have to, like, you only have 12 minutes to do a lot of stuff in this game. So, you know, the cursor doesn't move exactly the quickest. So you're constantly just like, God damn it. Go
Tom, I've seen how slow you move your head. Like, I guess I'll go over there
I'm
now.
a sloth, man. Yeah, it's true.
It doesn't sound fun, Tom.
So I'm basically, I'm going to... This is not a Josh game.
And now
I'm
back
tell
to
you right
you.
now. Yeah.
It doesn't sound fun, Tom.
It doesn't.
It's not fun, Tom.
I'm going to use a walkthrough to get through it. I heard the ending is horrible, or not that great.
There are 3 endings.
Oh, that's even worse. You're really not helping.
It does.
Cause
It has Willem Dafoe, Daisy Ridley, and
It's got a banger cast.
McAvoy, all doing American accents, including Willem Dafoe. Who thought? But
I'll get you, Spider-Man.
He's in Spider-Man.
so, anyways, that as far as newer games,
in a couple
besides
movies.
that, Psychonauts 2, that's what I've been playing. Finally, guys,
Philly.
we had a birthday this past week.
Yes.
Our buddy, the Super Nintendo, which we have talked about extensively on this podcast.
Genesis is better.
Shut the fuck
Just
up.
kidding. I was just
I'm kind of with you.
Are you ready to? No, are you ready to be beaten, both of you?
Oh,
I'll
we
take
just
you
have
out.
like an episode
I'm strong now.
like topic now?
I can
All
fight you.
Okay. Yeah, SNES.
It's
Super
a better.
Nintendo.
It's a fucking
Turned
better
30. 30 years old, baby. Or 30 years young, depending how you want to.
almost as old as me.
That's right. It seems like only 5 years ago that us, Josh, you and I, were celebrating the 25-year-old.
Yeah, we
I think we had a birthday
you guys have
cake
an
and
episode?
everything.
we ate the cake and all.
Yeah, it was like one of our first,
Like,
the first 3 or 4.
Top 3 for sure.
Yeah.
have to repost
So-
it.
Maybe, yeah.
How were the
So-
spankings?
Or not.
And we've had plenty like console episodes.
We can put pictures of me and Dylan in braces up next to it too.
Fuck off. We're old. You're
Oh,
young. We get it.
boys.
Okay. Jesus Christ. So I thought
Hey, you boys are naughty. You're gonna get your spanking soon.
we all love the Super
please.
Nintendo.
We all love the Super Nintendo.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought we would go around and just state the first time you ever encountered the Super Nintendo. Let's if you can remember that far back for you.
I was at Sam's Club. I was so little. And I just wanted to play the game. And man, I was pretty much ready just to blow, if you know what I'm saying. Like, oh my God, look, it's right there.
Okay.
And I can't play it because this asshole kid, this asshole kid is standing in
That was
front of
me.
me playing this game when I could be playing
Good way,
it.
man.
You know, I really, really should have probably just taken it from the kid.
You should
I've seen
But,
pictures of you as a kid. No offense, you were not nearly as buff.
No, but I mean,
But the tattoos were there.
I was a bully. Second grade, like second grade, like I was a bully.
Josh.
AKA I stood up for myself.
So you were a bully.
Yeah, I was a bully technically.
That's the definition of bully, apparently.
Hey, I have excuses. Fuck y'all.
I stand up for myself. I'm a bully.
Yeah. And I also should have taken that controller from the kid.
Respect my
I
rights.
was a nice kid, but I was a bully. Yeah, I remember.
So, okay.
I think the next time I came back, I wasn't able to play it, and man, I probably cried and shit. I'm sure.
Yeah. What is your
Kids are nightmares.
Next time I went and played it, and I actually got to it, and I was like, holy shit. This is like Mario on a different console and newer.
Yeah. So was that the first time you were like had your mind blown by the SNES, or
Oh, yeah.
if it was ever blown
I think like
ever been blown
seeing
by
yeah,
the SNES?
I know. Well, I mean, it's got that slot. You
The eject button.
you blow into it
Yeah.
because it gets dusty.
There's a cool eject button on that.
Yeah, so I remember like seeing you
ripped 'em out.
You climb in the cage in like the castle level or whatever, and just seeing the fur balls and
Yeah.
seeing the flying and being like, oh my God, I gotta play this and get this right now, and I didn't get it right away. But I was very satisfied with my NES.
So we're talking. This is circa '91.
Yeah,
When this thing came out.
Yeah, so I was 6, 7.
Yeah.
But Donkey Kong Country 2 is the best game on the
Yeah.
console.
Go fuck yourself.
It's very good.
I don't agree with you.
It's a very good game.
Donkey
Brad's
Kong Country 2
wrong
is the best
sometimes.
Donkey Kong Country game for the Super Nintendo. Anyways.
I
Don't
was
tell me
gonna say,
Final
get the
Fantasy
fuck outta here.
69.
If you're asking the first like big memory of the console,
Give me some of your big memories. Yeah. Starting with the first, and then any subsequent memories you want to share.
it was Brian. You can correct me if I'm wrong because you're probably listening. But my friend David Bose, he had the Super Nintendo.
Of the famous Bose family?
Yes.
Oh my God, they have a big boat.
But just seeing the Mega Man X cartridge for the first time, because I was like, oh my God.
Where he's underwater.
What does the X mean?
It's so powerful looking. Then seeing Mega Man X, I'm like, this isn't Mega Man anymore. This is something else. Yeah. And this is big and exciting and new. I don't know. Seeing like the actual physical cartridge really left a big impression. We had a Super Nintendo. I don't remember what games we actually owned. Brian, throw it in the Discord. But I remember Illusion of Gaia is my favorite game on the Super Nintendo, which is like an action RPG game.
I'll have to find my T-shirt.
You have the T-shirt?
It came with a T-shirt.
You have the T-shirt?
I might somewhere.
It's probably in like not a great size, is it?
It's probably
it's
full
probably
of
like
cum
extra large.
too, right?
Because you know what's great? You know what's great? No, you know what's great?
Not mine.
It's still in the
God,
bag.
it's fine.
It's still in the bag if Tom owns it.
It's pristine.
Never been away.
Don't touch the bag. You put the bag in a bag. Yeah, but
comic collectors.
You'll be the one I'll be the one laughing when I can retire off of my unopened Illusion of Gaia T-shirt.
I'd pay for it, but
sick.
I love the Super Nintendo. Good job, old chap.
Good job. That Mode 7 will never forget you.
It didn't have blast processing though. So.
It didn't.
I mean,
It didn't.
if you've played Aladdin on one versus the other, you know what I'm talking about.
Shut the fuck up. The Aladdin on the Super Nintendo is better. Everyone knows it.
Sometimes I just like throw little like layups to Dylan.
Yeah.
Like little softballs, and Dylan just
And then
knocks
I
them
knock
out.
him out of the park.
Dylan, how about you? What's your first memory?
There was a kid in my neighbor. His name was Jonathan.
What's his last name?
His name was Jonathan.
Taylor Thomas.
What'd you do to him?
Well, I don't know him anymore.
Was
He's
that
alive.
era?
Now
He might not be alive.
He's going by Johnny now.
Jonathan, if you hear this, I don't know why you're fucking listening to this. Go get a hobby. But I remember playing Street Fighter 2.
Oh, yeah.
At his house. And I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. At this point in my life,
Were you aware of the actual arcade game at that time?
No, I wouldn't have known.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't grow up wanting, but I didn't grow up rich. And I thought of all video games as the Game Boy, which has pretty much inspired every part of my living being since then. It has really affected me. Yeah, I'm a portable boy. And you can put me right in your pocket.
A portable boy.
Put me right in your pocket. And at this point, I had only played like Kirby's Dream Land. Really? And then I go over and we're hanging out. He's got like Ren and Stimpy dolls. I don't know what the fuck Ren and Stimpy is at this age. I was like 3 or 4.
Fart noises.
Ren and Stimpy was weird.
And I was just so enamored with Dawson.
Yeah.
Because
it seemed like you had such an advantage. Like I can reach them from over here. This is an advantage. It just seemed like it, but it wasn't an advantage.
No.
I didn't know any of the combos. He would whoop my ass, but I'd be like, okay, that's fun. He's like, I got you. And he expected me to get angry about it. And I'm like, uh-huh. Like, it's about how competitive I am today. Maybe I've got low T or something, because frankly, I don't know.
Nice rack, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
yeah.
Helps. It helps.
And then I had my cousins had a Super Nintendo, and they got all the fucking games. Like, they would go to a used place. It was wonderful every time walking in there. I'm like, this game has to be good. And then my older cousin would be like, no, that fucking sucks. What are you talking about? Mm-hmm. And I'd be like, oh, a lot of video games are bad. Nobody had told me.
Oh, no. Some games are bad.
I got lucky, and I had been playing
You're triggering a lot of Atari people right now.
Oh, but it's literally just like, I just remember for the first time figuring out like, oh, not all of these are fucking wonderful. Luckily, I learned it early. And I would ask whenever my mom would take me like for a game, I knew I could count on Mario. I knew I could count on Legend of Zelda. I knew I could count on like Street Fighters, all this other stuff, just because, you know, it
had a name for itself.
Yeah, and it had to defend it. And then there are the side stuff that obviously I passed up because of it, but I won't regret. I never really owned a Super Nintendo.
Ever?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't. But a few of my favorite games are on it, which I can't say. Yeah. Yoshi's Island is one of the best games ever made.
Never gotten past the first level.
Really? Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It didn't feel like Mario World to me.
It doesn't. It's not. It's a Yoshi game.
Well, I thought it was a Mario game because it says Super Mario World 2.
It does say Super Mario 2.
And it wasn't Mario.
Super Mario Land 3 is Wario World. Wario Land.
Yeah. I'm with you, Brad. I maybe got past the first 1 or 2 levels.
The animation looks cool. I've heard that game was kind of made in response to what Donkey Kong Country was up to. Yes. And they're like, no, we want cool hand-drawn animation.
We want FX2 chips.
Yeah. What? I'm literally sitting here in a room with people who have not played through Yoshi's Island.
Hey.
We'll do an episode.
I got far. I rented it back in the day. I actually have it now.
It's on.
I like it.
It's on we all have it if we have a Switch.
Rumor has it that the Switch is also getting Game Boy games soon added, like they had Nintendo Super Nintendo.
Wario Land. Oh, those Wario Land games.
Follow the Foot Clan. Yeah.
Is Wario your favorite Nintendo character?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yes.
Am I your favorite Dogcaster?
Yes. Yep.
Absolutely.
Only when you're here.
He brings beer. Keep him happy.
Then I just shit talk you. No, yeah, Wario.
All right. Yeah,
Honestly,
Wario.
yeah, I love Wario.
Tom talks about a game for 10 minutes. That doesn't sound fun, Tom. That's my favorite comment of the episode.
You're not wrong.
Season 6 is hot.
We're going to bring all the dirty juice.
Absolutely.
The dirty juice.
Cool. I guess I will, if I may, my first memory of the SNES was
college.
Getting one around launch time, launch window. I don't know if it was day one, but it was this KB Toys had.
Your farmer family got you that shit?
Grandma?
No, I had to trade in all this when I was a kid. I had to trade in all my Nintendo games, or I sold all my Nintendo games and my Nintendo to get the Super Nintendo. So
that's a trade that is just so dirty.
It's a trade
we've all done.
Actually, it's fucking fine.
When you didn't have a job, like I was too young to have a job.
Yeah, I eBayed a lot of stuff in high school, and it's a regret.
Your last system pays for the new, subsidizes the cost of the new system. And you
see what shit's going for nowadays since COVID?
Well, prices are going to go down now that the collector's market has been shown to be a scam.
Right.
It's overflowed.
Exposed, yeah.
But you got it.
I went to KB Toys. Remember the dude, the guy behind the counter was really excited to show me and my buddy. We both went and got ours at the same day. All about the how it worked, the controller.
He asked you into his van.
Yes, almost. I mean, it almost got that close.
Weird.
But he's like,
I got the strategy guide in my van.
The power.
He took like the controller out of the
Mario can jump.
baggie, and he's just like, feel the buttons. See that? This one, the top is convex, right? Or it's concave. The top two buttons are concave, and the bottom two are convex.
Now let me feel your nipples.
Where your thumbs are at every time. Yeah. Now let me suck your little wiener.
Let me start with your thumb.
We're gonna get kicked off of the wherever everything. We're gonna get kicked off of everything.
It looks like that's why KB stores is no longer open.
It looks like your mom just clipped your nails. I just gotta put my mouth on it.
It was a very nice gentleman. We couldn't afford any games, but it came with Mario World. We went home and hooked my buddies up to his TV. And I remember the first time my mind was blown by the SNES was not necessarily the graphics, but getting to the end of the first world and going through the finish line and hearing the actual sampled sound of like a snare drum play through the sound chip. And I was a Genesis kid up to that point, and I'm like, oh my god, that sounds like a real fucking drum. Genesis can't do that shit. And I was like, this is crazy.
Genesis does what Nintendo can't.
Yeah. But I still am a Sega kid. But anyways, yes. And
they both suck.
Lots of fond memories of the SNES there.
I don't like old games. I'm cool and
games
new
in general.
and young.
I don't even play games.
I like what's hot. I only like what's hot.
And I like shooting my friends. That's a Martin Luther King
I play Fortnite. You guys hear about this Martin Luther King guy?
Honestly, this has been a conversation that has occurred.
Yeah.
There's gonna be rumors like I heard if you shoot at it, like it'll show his bikini, like in Twisted Metal 2, and you shoot the Statue of Liberty, and there's a bikini in it. Anyways,
yeah, sexy.
So, anyways, those are our SNES memories. I don't know if you guys have any more.
Sure.
But if all of you listening, please send in your favorite Super Nintendo memories.
Super Nintendo's cool.
Let us know your memory of the first time you ever played or got one. We would love to hear it. hairofthedogcast@gmail.com, or just comment on our social medias, Twitters,
Instagrams.
Facebooks. All right, gentlemen, we've come to our brand new segment, our brand new closing segment. Brand new for season 6. It's called One for the Road. That's right.
The fuck out of here with
this
that.
This is where we sign off, and each of us, if we have such things, we will let you know something cool, fun, interesting, maybe socially conscious. I don't know. It could be anything that we want that we would like to share with our listeners and each other. Brad, let's start with you.
So,
where can people get a hold of you?
If you wanted to get a hold of me, I'm Loaf of White Brad on Instagram and Twitter. And also, Dylan and I run a show called The Raw Dogs, and it's great as well. Check us out there. If you're listening, you're aware of this.
I'm sometimes on it. Come on.
It's very good. Tom's sometimes on it.
He is technically a Raw Dog.
The fuck?
But Dylan and I are there.
Yes.
I mean,
boots on the ground.
How many Final Fantasy VII episodes did you do? Dylan,
thankfully, maybe one?
I've done 7.
Yeah,
I've been on a couple.
Dylan's talked about it more than we've stormed Normandy in Call of Duty games.
Yeah.
Like
I've been to war.
Dylan has not lost the eye twitch.
But
what's your one for the road?
My one for the road. It's a website. It's called archive.org. It's an internet archive, and a lot of people aren't familiar with it. Just go to the search bar, enter Kingdom Hearts Strategy Guide, enter a game you like, enter a movie you like, and there's a lot of things on there that probably shouldn't be. They archive everything, and you can find some really great PDFs of anything. If you want to find Game Informer magazines from '96,
yes,
you can look through them. If you want to find, I mean, it's fantastic.
It's fantastic for old, like you said,
old media,
old video game magazines. I go in there all the time and relive my childhood.
I saw like the ultimate like Squaresoft collection, and it was just like all of these obscure Square released magazines or print items that you can't find anywhere. Some only in Japanese, but you can look through the art, and it's great. But go to archive.org, search anything you like, and just see what comes up, because I forget about it sometimes, and it's really cool.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good, Josh. Where can people get a hold of you?
Oh, you can find me on the Instagram at Ghostbuster Josh, and I have a TikTok, but I have not TikToked it yet.
Do you have a TikTok?
I think you'd be a good TikToker.
I'm gonna TikTok.
I think you could probably.
You could bring flossing back.
That's all I'm gonna do. Floss.
I feel like Josh could be the best.
Josh floss.
Your TikTok is just you flossing in like weird areas.
This is flossing.
So like life is a highway.
Josh, what's your one for the road, buddy?
One for the road. One that's not going to catch everybody's attention, but there's a new, very, very heavy band called Lorna, or not new, but they have a new singer, Lorna Shore. Mind-blowing stuff. It is ridiculously heavy, like death metal, but this vocalist does stuff that I've never seen anybody do.
Really?
Deep, high, and different variations, and just fucking ridiculous. But it's super.
Female singer? Or?
Dude.
Okay.
Yeah. Very polished, very well produced. Yeah, that and the new Turnstile album. I think these guys are gonna maybe blow up. They're doing their own thing. They're kind of in the hardcore scene. The singer used to be in the band called Trapped Under Ice. And he's been doing Turnstile for a while on the side, and it's definitely becoming its own thing. And these guys are like, they look like Napoleon Dynamite assholes, and they don't care. They're having fun. They're still a hardcore band, but they sound like Bad Brains. All of a sudden, they sound like 311 kinda for a second, and all these other different genres. They don't care. They're doing their own thing, and like
I kind of like that.
Like they're just really cool, and their music's great. And it's cool to see a band in such a scene that's very like, you have to be this way, you have to be tough. Like, nah, we're just gonna have fun, hang out, and like,
Yeah, Turnstile.
Yeah, Turnstile.
Check that out. And the name of the first band you...
Lorna Shore.
Lorna Shore, okay. Awesome, man.
Yeah, new music.
I like music a lot. Yeah. Dylan.
So, mine is a comic book.
Where can people get a hold of you? Can people get a hold of you?
If they want to. I mean, it's mostly my artwork. It's at Demons Draw Dylan.
Dylan.
Let's say somebody wanted to commission art from you. Would that be possible through your Instagram?
Maybe.
I'd buy that for $1.
Right now. I gotta get a little more situated.
Sort out some scheduling.
I mean, frankly, this is gonna eat up a lot of my time.
I was looking for my vaccination card the other day, and I found the artwork you gave me, so we'll be getting framed.
Oh, thank you. Finally.
Wow, you drew on his vaccination card?
I wish.
That'd be pretty fun.
Is that what COVID really looks like?
Mine is a book by James Tinian IV. It's called The Department of Truth.
Yeah.
And it's this wild conspiracy theory-laden story where a man gets recruited to this agency called the Department of Truth, kind of like the X-Files.
Yeah.
But it's this idea that there's a secret cabal of sinister people who are trying to... Well, so let's say that someone gives you like a bit of disinformation, like the world is flat. Mm-hmm. By convincing enough people, they actually change the laws of reality. and they're able to make the world technically flat through perception.
So
Let's
people think
do
So
that.
they make it true in retrospect. And so this department is in charge of like getting them, finding them, and like destroying them and making sure that the world stays in order.
Wow, that's great.
It's actually very, very good.
I like the concept.
I bought it a couple days ago. This was
What's it
recommended.
called again?
The Department of Truth. There's only one volume of it out right now. This is the perfect time to get on. The second volume of the
Very current.
thank you.
Given, I mean,
There's so much references to today in there.
Yes.
Yeah, there is. And it's wonderful. The characters are interesting. The artwork is absolutely fantastic. And the writing of the dialogue itself is very on point. I talked to Ryan about this actually on the Discord. And everyone I've talked to about it has like rave reviews, and you don't always get that from every single comic book fan out there.
Right.
So definitely give this one a shot. That first volume is like $15. Just roll with it, baby.
Yeah.
Just get it. Just do it.
more volumes on the way.
Yeah, it keeps getting published. So I mean, every 5 months or so, you get a new trade paperback, and that's what I'll wait for.
Sweet. Yep. That's the way to go.
Cool.
Thanks, Demons Draw Dylan on Instagram.
Keep
Great.
supporting comics.
Always go to your local shops.
Yeah.
And you can get a hold of me on Twitter at Tom_Wegner, WEGNER. Also the same on Instagram. My one for the road is, I don't know if you guys listen to podcasts, but
Not often.
What is that?
I don't know. It's some stupid form of media.
And what's this in front of me? No one's ever explained it.
Just keep drinking.
Okay.
So I listened to a lot of a podcast called Something About the Beatles this year, which if you're a fan of the Beatles or music history in general, I recommend bigly. But I wanted to single out an episode of this podcast, which I thought was like just deserves a little spotlight shown on it. It's episode 210, and it's basically a chronological timeline of the Beatles' career from 62 to 19.
I've heard about this. Yeah, it seems interesting.
To 1970. So basically it's just songs, interview segments, outtakes from studio banter and whatnot. And also at the same time, you get events that are going on in the world at the time as you're going through the Beatles' career in audio form. So basically, like in your left ear, you get all the Beatles stuff. And in the right ear, you get actual like radio, like headlines of all the news things that are happening as you're going through the decade, and it's really well done. So if you're like into history, like I said, or music, especially if you're into the Beatles, I totally recommend the podcast in general, but check out episode 210 of Something About the Beatles. It's fantastic.
Tom, did you know the Beatles were aliens?
That was Michael Jackson.
I thought they were bugs.
Oh, you guys.
Fuck you, man.
Anyways, thank you for joining us for our season 6 premiere of the Dogcast. Oh my God, it's been great. You're all awesome. And if you want to support us, like I said before, please check us out at patreon.com/hair.
Join us.
Dogcast. Josh, you haven't done this in a while. Where can I get a hold of us?
Well, you can email us at hairthedogcast@gmail.com.
That's correct.
You can find us on Instagram at hairthedogcast.
No.
Not HOTDogcast. That's Twitter.
What? Oh, Instagram?
Instagram's hairthedogcast.
It is, yeah.
Ah, see what we know.
That's
at HOTDogcast on the twits.
You got it.
And when are we going to do our TikTok flossing extravaganza?
That's your personal TikTok, Josh. That's up to you.
You can follow.
I mean,
the Dogcast.
It depends.
I'll get the other guys to floss on it.
We'll make it a
too.
Patreon tier.
The Flosscast
achieves $10,000 a month. We will do the group floss.
I'll work the deal out.
The group floss. All right. Well, from all of us here at the Dogcast, thank you so much. Get set for a great, hopefully great season 6. We got a lot
the best
in store for you, and we'll see you next time.
I have a new catchphrase. Can I try it out?
Yeah, go ahead.
But you're gonna have to like censor it if it's.
Let's hear it.
Suck my.
Yep, that's not going in the show. Thanks for editing that out, Tom.
All right, you got it. Yep, you didn't want to hear that anyway, people. That's fine.
Get out of here, you dingus.
All right. Maybe I'll leave it in for Patreon. All right. See you guys later. Bye.
Bye.